here again. Welcome to a little follow-up video on the little mess around video I did yesterday with the Blood Magic Ritual of the Green Grove, filling up a barrel of essence berries. Now, the first thing I want to do is, one thing you want to be able to stop this ritual going, because the ritual pulls all the time. Let's turn that off a second. That was what the blood graphic came from. So the ritual is now turned off, and I've turned it off by, if you look under here, got some red alloy wire connected to the bottom of the ritual, comes round, connects to the bottom of that block, and I've got a buildcraft gate. I can't get out because I'm not in creative anymore. Let me out, thanks. Buildcraft gate there, just set to inventory full, redstone signal, so that turns the ritual off. So when this gets over 63, so you'll see this will go to over 63. Now the autonomous activators will still pull some berries and they'll fill up, but that'll only be as the things grow naturally. So you'll also end up with most of these full. This redstone signal turns this one off, but most of them will be full. So you see that'll get, once that hits 63, that turns off, your ritual turns off, so you're not wasting blood. That's the one thing. And then the next thing I want to look at is, eating these berries is pretty slow. I've got 30 levels on me. Get rid of them. Should have got rid of them first, really. But, all I've got here is an XP drain over a drum, just to drain XP for the purposes of this video. So eating these is alright. Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels, 6. But you're going to get pretty bored doing that. If you're making books using Bibliocraft or whatever, that is a lot. It's a lot of stuff to eat, so you will get a little bored doing that. So I'll go back into cheat mode, it's a bit easier, and clear my inventory a bit. Let's get rid of all that stuff I don't need. So what I'm going to do is set up a little system so you can actually get the XP into you a bit quicker. So for that, we're going to let's build a little system away from it slightly. In fact, let's have it a bit closer. Let's start that again, and I'm going to go just there. And what I'm going to want is, I want another autonomous activator, and I'll have that set down here. Now this needs to have a servo in it, and it needs to be wrenched so it's facing the right way. So this guy needs to be set to, I'm going to set this to high, not in a minute though, not just yet. We need an input, so what's happening there is that's letting us put berries in. Now if we come close to this, you'll see it's giving me XP. So this actually eats the berries if you don't have a stick in there, but it will give you the XP if you stood near it. But if you stood away from it, it's going to eat the berries and you're not going to get the XP. See, it starts to drop it on the floor. That's because no one's near it. So what we're going to do with this, we'll actually set it to high. So that's going to happen is that's going to fill up with berries. It's doing it very weirdly. Why are you like that? That should be okay. That's what we want. That's going to fill it with berries. Now I could fill up this up with sticks and just make it use the first slot, which would probably make more sense, to be honest. But that doesn't matter. What I'll do is, when this gets a redstone signal, it'll eat a berry and it'll throw the XP out if we stood close enough. So we could have a pressure plate in front of this, which gives this a signal, and we'll get XP, but it's still pretty slow. There is a quicker way of doing it, and there's a nicer way of making it look as well. So what we're actually going to do is, we are going to use a couple of things. We're going to make a cobblestone structure pipe from Buildcraft, and a Buildcraft gate, because these are still the best things to get in conditions of things. And we'll look for, we're actually going to put an open blocks tank on top of that. We're going to set this to fluid in tank, no, tank full, space for liquid is what I want to put it to. Space for liquid equals redstone signal. So that's going to do, that's going to activate this. So at the minute it's giving us XP because we stood close. What we also want is, we want a vacuum hopper, also from open blocks. If we right click on that, let's just turn any eye off a second. On this XP one, a right click will let you rotate this thing, a left click will give it an output. What we want is, we want to output XP into that tank. So that's going to detect that there's room for the liquid, so it's going to give a redstone signal, which is going to turn that on. It's going to eat berries. That's going to eat the XP that the berries are giving off from eating them. And it's going to put it in there. That's going to fill up. It's pretty slow though, but it's going to fill up. So what I'm going to do for the minute, I'm just going to break that. I'm going to put that full one there. You see, because that's full, the signal's off. No berries are getting eaten. That's replenishing itself. It's got now lots of berries in there, so that's going to start going again, filling that back up. And what we can do now is let's drain my XP again, back down to 0. Cool. What we can do with this is if we right click this with an open hand, we get a level. So you get a full level per click. So we can spam this and we can get 30 levels out of it real quick. Well, 30 levels pretty much drains the tank, so you're only going to get 30 levels at a time, unless you can, of course, make the tank bigger. So that'd probably give me probably at least 60 levels, probably more. And we can tidy this up. We can, of course, put a facade on the front of that, and we can get some iron blocks. I've only got enough iron blocks to make a little square, but so pretty much what you can have is you could have this set up so you've got your barrel of berries down there to take them out manually as well, if you wanted. Could compact this a bit more, but basically what you've got is a little system where you can come up, right click and get levels as you need them. You could possibly also have one of these feeding any excess XP back into the system rather than keeping it on you if you wanted to. But yeah, so all I do is have my enchanting table here or whatever, I'm a bibliocraft printing press, run up, right, cool, run up, empty hand, right click that, you get level for a per click off any of them. So there we go, make it a little bit more accessible. Cheers, bye.